Hey YouTube, Peterbilt Knife Guy. Today we're going to be looking at a knife designed by Exodus Knife and Tool and manufactured by White River Knife and Tool. Just push. It just pushes. Wow. Mr. Jacob Peterson over at Exodus Knife and Tool. Check him out on YouTube, and I think he's on Facebook and also Instagram. And he had White River make this knife for him. This here is, first off, before we get into that, let's take a look at this box. This is freaking awesome. Wood box. Now I'm typically, look at me giving away information. Yeah, so I'm typically not a box guy, but this is actually a box I will keep. I will keep this knife box. You know, if not for the knife, just for other things. You know, when other companies send out, you know, crap in boxes, sometimes it's just, you know, it's just, why are you going to keep it? It just takes up space. This is cool. I like this. It's functional. It's functional for the knife. It's functional for other things too. So yeah, I'm keeping this definitely. As I've already let known, this here happens to be the Exodus Knife and Tool Jackalope, the high vis one. It comes with a little card from White River Knife and Tools, let you know hardness, blade length, blade steel, kydex sheath, blah blah blah, signed. Pretty awesome. It's just that little extra touch to show you that you are paying for American quality, USA. Comes in this padded foam stuff, whatever. And here is our knife. This is the Exodus Knife and Tool, made by White River Knives, Jackalope. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I am freaking digging it. I love the red combo. The red and white on this knife, for some reason, is just, it just calls my name. Look, I'm even wearing red in honor and carrying my other red knife too. And you know what's funny is red's not even my favorite color, but for some reason, this works and I dig it. So we have G10 scales. They're white G10. They're not textured or anything, but it doesn't need to be. This knife has this kind of this little swell and this little hump in here, and you really, you know, for such a small knife, you would think it wouldn't be comfortable, but you don't want to hold this like a regular knife. You want to hold this kind of in your fingers like that. At least I do. I don't know what his intentions were, but this is how I would use this knife. I would use this knife like this. I would use this knife like this. I would use this knife like this. We're just two fingers for doing stuff, obviously in any direction, up, down, left, right, however you want. But yeah, so this is a red Cerakote finish, and Cerakote's known for being durable, and the colors are cool. It did kind of get a little bit of red on there, but that just wipes right off. It is actually just from the sheath. I don't mind. It's white scales. It's gonna get dirty. This knife is meant to be used. I did watch his video before I received this, and he kind of described this as a little EDC fixed blade, but not your main fixed blade, like a backup. Like if you're not a folder guy, but you want a smaller knife, that's not how he explained it, but that's how I'm explaining it. Just a little belt knife. They do make a smaller one called the Adventure Craft, and it is actually significantly smaller than this, and it's pretty cool too. So go check them out, but let's get into this. What we're looking at here, I don't even need to measure it. It tells me. We have a blade length of 3.88 inches, overall length of 8.5 inches. We have blade steel of S35 VN. The Rockwell hardness comes in somewhere around 59 to 60 HRC. The handles are G10. And the sheath is kydex, in this case red kydex. Now Jacob over there at Exodus, he actually, I believe he makes his own sheath. Don't get me wrong, but he does them in all different kinds of cool configurations and colors and stuff like that. If you follow him on Instagram, you will definitely see all the stuff he does. He does some with the crispy donut community too, where they have the donut looking scales, and I think he has a donut sheath. I may be wrong. I may be right. I don't know. It comes with this this little clip here. I can't remember what this, they have a name and I can't remember what they are, but they're cool because they snap on only in one direction. So if you're holding this, if you have this on a belt, like scout carry or something like that, even if you were to do it right-sided, this button only comes off if it's lifted where the dot is. So real easy to come on and off, never coming on and off, and that's cool. I don't think I would actually carry it like this. I think I would prefer more of a in-pocket carry for this guy, so I'm probably gonna get a some sort of like pocket clip attachment for this so I can just slip it in my pocket. But I mean, some people might. This is just something personal for me. I don't wear belts, so therefore I can't belt carry this. But yeah, let's get into this guy. So the blade thickness on this wasn't specified, but we'll take a peek at it right now. It comes in just right around an 1/8 of an inch. 1/8 of an inch. And yeah, nice little lanyard hole right there. Ample size. You can definitely fit some 550 paracord in there. Got to stick with the red theme. I'm going red theme for some reason today. And all around, just a fantastic little EDC fixed blade, in my opinion. He has done videos of batoning. I'm not going to baton this. You can baton this. This little S35VN blade is extremely tough for its size. It is not very tall. At this thin point here, I mean, you're looking at just a hair over 1/2 inch, if that. So it's a pretty small knife, and it's just meant to be light and small and comfortable and just an easy knife that's capable but not like threatening, you know. You could literally pull something out like this at dinner and cut your meat with it, and nobody's gonna look at you weird. And that's just one of these cool things about these little EDC fixed blades. They're not intimidating at all. I mean, if you were to use it as an intimidating way, yeah, it's going to be intimidating, because I mean, nobody wants anybody to come after him like this. But but anyways, one thing I did notice about this is this blade is extremely, you can just feel it. It is super thin behind that edge. And I just want to check it out and see how it slices, and we're going to check that out right now. So we're not going to go outside today and do anything. It is too windy, but found me a little piece of 2x4, and we all know that I am the world's worst feather sticker, but this guy is not dry. It's not super wet, but let's just see how this thing does. Like I said, it has real good thin geometry, and it should be rather slicey. Jacob in his videos did say that you could definitely use this for light firecraft, light batoning, you know, not heavy stuff. I guess if you had to, but I mean, so far, if I could get my freaking technique right. I watch people push, and I think that's my thing I need to do, is push. There we go. I think I just need to slow down. Oh, wow. Yeah, getting those curls. It's all about technique, partially about the wood, and some about the knife. Let's try another side. And there was a curl. I suck. This knife, so far, is really comfortable. And like I said, I'm holding it in this grip. I'm not putting it right there. I'm not hammer gripping it. I'm kind of finger gripping it. And I think that's what he was going for, like that. It's actually super comfortable. But yeah, it will get decent curls, even for somebody who sucks at it like me. And since this knife is, I hate to say it because it's not a knock, it's kind of cool and I like it and I dig it for this, something you can cut your dinner with, steak knifey. And I say steak knifey in the most positive way. That's not a knock. I dig it, and because of that, we're gonna bust out some fine china, some rubber gloves, and a pork chop that I found in my refrigerator that God knows how long it's been there. But I just see this thing being an excellent, oh my God. Just push. It just pushes. You don't even have to draw. It just pushes. Wow. This thing, I'm telling you, this real thin grind on here. Let's see how thin we can get this. This real thin grind on here is able to cut me, and I know this meat's cooked, so, you know, whatever, I wouldn't eat it. God knows how long it's been there, but that's a good little thin slice without even really trying that hard. Let's see if we can go thinner. Pretty damn thin. This knife is so slicey for what it is, and it has a good sized blade on it too, but I mean, as a steak knife, shit. Wish I had some fruit. I would like to cut something else up, to be honest with you. Maybe I'll cut up some garlic. Let's try that real quick. And this is garlic, the good stuff. It's not good unless it's growing in your refrigerator. I really need to clean out our fridge more often. But get ourselves a nice big fat chunk of garlic, and let's see what this thing can do. Oh God, this is better than any kitchen knife I have. Wow, this thing, I can show you. Oh, that garlic smells good. Just slices thin. I'm digging this. This is something that, you know, I like big knives. I usually do. But I tend to not use big knives all the time. I'm never gonna pull out the El Chete and do stuff like this. You know, they're really kind of tasked toward heavy chopping and stuff like that, where this is kind of tasked towards just everyday use, and everyday use well. Let's try to just chop this up a little bit. Of course it's gonna do it, there's no question in my mind, but just to see how easy it does. And you know what? I suck at chopping stuff, but it chopped good. It just effortlessly glides through with that very, very thin geometry right up at the edge. Let's clean this up, go try something else. So I changed my mind. I'm just gonna do a little bit of light batoning, see what happens. 2x4, same one we were carving on. Let's just see what happens. I guarantee it's gonna take it. This is an extremely strong knife for its size, especially with that thickness. Yeah, you could definitely do some light work with this. I wouldn't go through a big old oak log, but if you gotta break up small stuff to start a fire, 100%. 100%. Yeah, like nothing. This is actually a piece of almond wood. Very hard, very dense stuff. Like butter. Like butter. And you know, this is not a crazy test, but it's not a crazy big knife either. And let's do a little bit of this. See what we can do like this. We half this piece. We could half this piece. Oh God, that thin geometry, thin blade geometry just wants to frickin' cut in. Wow, that thing just kind of sailed through that. Actually, I didn't want to hit it too hard, but ended up just smacking it, and wow. Wow. I'm freaking impressed with that. That is awesome. So some final thoughts. What do I think about this thing? I think it's a freaking awesome little knife. I think it has uses in so many categories. Food prep, light firework, or firecraft, or whatever you want to call it. EDC, just all kinds of stuff. If you work at a warehouse and you can't bring a big old honking knife, but you know, open boxes. So this guy, in comparison, let's say to the Rat 1, they are pretty much the same size, but you're getting, I'm not gonna say a little more handle, but you are, because when you hold the Rat 1, you're holding like this, and this thing just has a very ample handle. I have extra large hands and very comfortable, but you're essentially getting a large size pocket knife folder. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't know which one's lighter, to be honest with you. It's pretty much on par with this guy. S35VN, stainless, so you don't have to worry about it rusting. Holds a fantastic edge, which we did not check yet, and you can see this is after I batoned with it, that we still have a very nice edge that I screwed that one up on. And just S35V is just gonna hold a great edge, and I'm freaking digging it. So stainless, good edge, good geometry, good comfort, lightweight, very useful. Thank you, Jacob Peterson at Exodus Knife and Tools, for sending this to me, and thanks for watching.